And when we came out, TMZ cameras happened to be there. And I'm doing an interview, and while they're talking to me, they're like, so you came up with this idea. So it's like kind of like a versus, and you're going to have the girl. And I'm sitting here like, they think I'm Vinted battle rap.
Like, we be having to play instrumentals. We got to play instrumentals because when we play the song, we get shut down. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got Remy on the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, guys.
Good morning. Good afternoon, TGIF.
Good morning. Good morning. I know we was getting.
Yes, we're definitely excited to have you. Allow me to introduce myself because you already know Lady Luck and Babs Bunny. I am Miss Lissa. Right, you said unicorn hair. Now, Rem, you know, you've been dropping a lot of pictures. You've been looking good as a motherfucker. So I had to make sure today we ain't do no sunglasses and ponytail. You know what I'm saying? I had to be ready for you. We couldn't do the regular Lady Luck. No, work mode is an understatement. First of all, I want to give you your flowers. I mean, you were killing it. You and Joe is killing it on the, or I don't know if I still call it Wendy Williams Show. I don't know what I still call it. Wendy wants it to still be called the Wendy Show. Okay, well, shout out to that. Y'all doing an amazing job over there. And you are on a press marathon. It's not even a press run. Like everybody got Rim over here. You know, you really blowing up the Chrome 23. So tell us about your inspiration from that. You know what I mean? Obviously, you and I have history with the battle rap. But what made you say that, yo, I'm gonna throw my hat in this ring?
It's so crazy because I reached out to you, and well, actually I reached out to Babs because I didn't even know that I had your information still or whatever, but because I was conflicted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, me and Luck, we have this hate-love relationship. We'll be cool, but she don't be telling me that our coolness has an expiration date. So one day I'll just turn something away and Luck be gunning me down. I'll be like, what?
He came in. Remy came ready, y'all. Remy came ready.
I be so confused. But but I don't care what she's going through, what she says. We had a moment where when I was in a very dark place and she sent me something that was from her heart at that moment. And I believe everything that she said in that moment. So anything she does after that, outside of that, I don't pay it no mind. I never feed into it.
You sound just like her friends. Yes. I wrote Rim when she was locked up. I mean every word. But see, like I was I was wilding in the streets at this time, and I remember Papoose ran down on me outside the club, and we gotta get into you and Pap's love thing too. Pap, you wrote Remy a letter. I said she never wrote me back. I didn't know if it was still on, nigga. Well, I didn't get I sent the type. I didn't get one back, so I didn't know where we was at.
I didn't write a lot of people back. I didn't write a lot of people back, and it wasn't because I didn't appreciate. Like I'm telling you, like it means something. I still have it. It meant something to me. It's just I was just in a real bad place. Like it wasn't. I couldn't even formulate my words to express how I felt because I was just so mentally and emotionally messed up. Like it just was. But like I said, I say all that to say, whenever you say anything or like, anytime say anything, people like, yeah, you see what Luck said, I be like, that's Luck. I don't pay it no mind. Like I told Babs, I was like, I need her to be there. Like this is battle rap is something that I started doing. Like you're the only girl that I've ever battled in my entire life, like ever. I really used to
check after our battles, so that's why I kept going.
Seriously, I only have battled guys. It was the only one. But for a lot of people, what people don't understand, like sometimes people only know you from when they start paying attention to you. You understand? So I've always been into battle rap. So when I went away and Babs and Debo and Big did what they did with Queen of the Ring, I missed that whole era. It was like the entire time that I was gone. So when I came back, I had never seen reality TV. I had never seen an iPhone before, like all of these things. I'd never seen Twitter, Instagram. None of these things had existed. So I'm just getting flooded with all of these girls that are doing what we were doing. And I'm like, and they're amazing. Like they're prepared. They have weeks and months to prep and they know history about them. And it was just so dope to me. And I always loved it. I talked to Debo one time. He's like, well, why you never came? I'm like, because I had a curfew, Debo. That's why. Because I was on parole, okay? I couldn't come outside. I just was able to come outside during Corona, okay? I couldn't come outside.
So I don't know if we got 30 seconds to get into the history. So let me tell y'all, Lady Luck was on the run. Lady Luck was a full-time criminal. And they called me and they said, look, my cousin, of course he's lying. We found out now. But Remy down there talking shit about at you at the Fight Club. I said, where's she at? So I ran down to the Fight Club. And me and Remy always had a dope respect for each other as female rappers. And if I've never given you flowers and said it, the only reason why I was like, you know, felt like it was a battle, because at the time we were the only female rappers that they were talking about. And there was a lot of female rappers. It's even Luck or Rem. Like, we got a freestyle on Hot 97 where we literally just going in till we run out of breath and run out of spit. So that's what it was. So even if we whatever emotions was with it, it's always flattery on my end to say that you are one of the top female rappers that I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? And giving you your flowers and tell you I love you. And I'm not gonna throw no more.
She doesn't hate me.
Well, let me get a bouquet out real quick and give a bouquet to all three of you ladies, because as someone who loves hip hop, as someone who was a spectator now in the culture, all three of you ladies are so instrumental in not only battle rap, but just female hip hop. And this is so big for the culture, because rarely do we see females in hip hop supporting each other. So I just want to acknowledge how big it is to have all three of you, because I remember seeing Bunny on Making the Band battling against boys and girls as well, and she killed it. And then of course you ladies had your battle, but before that, we got to give our flowers to Roxanne Shante, because she also is a pioneer in the culture. So
you know what makes ours
for just women overall.
What makes ours different is that we were head to head. We were the first ones on camera. Everybody else was on wax and things of that nature.
With money on the table.
Yeah, no, it definitely was a crazy time.
Let me say this real quick. The Fight Club was definitely phenomenal. At the end of the day, if you was around in that era, then you really knew what it was. And so when it made television, because the people that went to the Fight Club, and then it's like, oh shit, the Fight Club is on TV. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like a lot of people that didn't get to see them battles, that didn't live in New York City, that couldn't come to the events, to, you know, where they had. Shout out to International P. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to fucking International P.
What up,
so
P?
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, the Fight Club was historic. They need to do a fucking documentary about that shit. Like, real talk. Real talk. So overall, Rem, I'm excited that you on the panel. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And I want to get into this Chrome 23 card that's actually coming up next week. So,
oh my God. It's so soon. We're in single-digit numbers. Like, we're in single-digit numbers. At one point, like, I remember when I first was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I wrote down the numbers. I had my pen and paper. I was like, how much is this going to cost me? Because my thing was, even if I don't get a sponsor, even if I don't have any help, what is it going to cost me? Like, if the world crashed, which it started crashing because I had so many things like that. People like, oh, COVID numbers are back up. I don't know if we're still going to be, oh, Super Bowl, oh, All-Star Weekend, oh, CIAA. So I'm like, okay, I planned for this. But my whole thing was, like you said, I started in this very young. And what me and Luck was able to do with Fight Club, and then what you and Debo and Big did with Queen of the Ring, and just there's still so many people that have no idea that female battle rap exists. Like, when I did an interview, we were coming out of it was me and QB, Black Diamond, and Miss Hustle. We were doing an interview at allhiphop.com, and when we came out, TMZ cameras happened to be there.
Yeah, so I saw that one.
I talked to them real quick, and then I guess they went back to headquarters, and then they called like, hey, can we get like an on-camera interview? And I'm like, yeah, cool, no problem. So we set it up, and I'm doing the interview, and while they're talking to me, they're like, so you came up with this idea, so it's like kind of like a versus, and you're gonna have the girl, and I'm sitting here like, they think I invented battle rap. Like, they have no idea. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't correct them. We only had a little bit of time. So
you annoying. You annoying.
So if they want to think I invented female rap, they'll find out later. When it come out and they got to go back and Google what they see on YouTube. They'll find out later. Let's just get to what let me hit the points that I need to point. But it was just so crazy. And even like just in everything that I'm doing, like I have this press that I'm doing, but my press run literally doesn't start until next week. All the press that I've been doing so far has been organic people that have been reaching out like, yo, what's going on? What is this about? What can we do? And I feel like this such at this moment right now, it's such a great time for women in hip hop, period. This has been the most, and I've been in the game in 20 years. When I met Pun, I was in high school. This is the most females that I've seen that are all in good positions, because it would be one or two, maybe three, and then you got the scragglers. Like everybody, you have Lotto and you have Cardi and you have City Girls, and then you still have people like myself and Kim and Trina that you could always pull up and you see them touring here or they perform here, and it's just a really dope time for women. And it was bothering me that it wasn't translating over to women in female battle rap. And when I tell people all the time, like I see myself in them, the anger, the hunger, the passion, and that could have easily been me. Like if I didn't, like I was lucky. I'm smart enough to know that I was lucky, that I was able to meet certain people, that certain events in my life was able to change the course of my career. And even when crazy things happened to me that I thought I'd never recover from, I still was able to, somehow push through. But I could have easily been one of these girls that got a kid at home, that got a dude at home, that got a side job, but her pen really go. And people respect it, but she's not seeing the fruits of her labor. And I felt like if I could do something that could help get the eyes on that, even if you don't become this major artist and you're not the next, maybe you get a job writing for a show like Queens, or maybe you get a job, ghostwriting for some of these artists that are like, in position that can't do it for themselves because they have ghostwriters anyway. Why not it be you? Like just a way that they can make a steady income and a living off of their talent, because these women are talented, as we all know.
You're not lucky, you're blessed.
And you battle lucky.
They are very talented, and we all know that it's not easy. It's not easy, and it definitely matters. And exactly what you said, the people you meet, where you're at, the time, the moment, all of that plays into it. But we all know that you gotta want it. You know what I'm saying? And so and all of these girls want it. They've been doing it for years, and for them, which I tell people all the time, it's really harder for them. Their mothers, for the guys, they're not really home with the kids while they writing. You got the mothers that got to take care of their kids, write their rhymes, memorize their shit, prepare, still got to take care of a home. It's a whole nother ball game when you a female artist. And not to take nothing away from the guys, because it's a lot of guys that are good fathers, but they always have the access to leave a kid home and say, I'm going to the studio, for the most part. So at the end of the day,
where do you leave the kid when it's still in your stomach? When it's still growing, you leave it.
There you go.
So, Rem, let me ask you.
These girls mentioning that a lot of these girls have battled with babies in their bellies.
Well, you wouldn't have that issue if you were a lesbian. Now, Rem, let me ask you.
Have babies too. What we're not going to do, we're going to come against the Rainbow Coalition. We know that y'all have babies too.
Let me ask. So
that's not what she meant.
Do you hear the bars before the battle, or like what do you guys bringing differently to the table? Are you assisting them? Are you? So you letting everybody live on their own?
I don't. Like it's so crazy that you asked it, because I'm really close with Hustle, and outside of Chrome, she would call me. She would call me. Stop. She would call me and be like, "Yo." So like whoever she was battling, like, and I'm like, I don't want to hear it, because I'm also a fan. I don't want to hear it because you're gonna ruin my moment. Like I want to hear it when it's coming out versus the other person's round. Like I've never ever once heard any of her rounds before it. I think, and that's for anybody, I wouldn't want to do it. Like I want it to be just as organic for me, and as I want to experience how you guys are going to experience it. Right. I don't know who, like when I hear the stories, like, yeah, I heard his rounds. I'm like, what? Why? Like it would ruin it for me. Like I'm the person that if I go to the movie with you, you've seen the movie already, and you tell me the movie, it's over. Like I'm going to be mad. Don't tell me the movie. Don't tell me what happened. I want to see it when they get there. Like, I love surprises. And even with these girls, like, the reason why I picked who I picked for this first card, because I feel like they all are great performance. Like, there were some people like, well, why didn't you pick this person? Like, I had a lot of people that I could have picked, but I wanted to pick as close to a sure thing as possible that it was going to be great, because like I said, there's a lot of people that this is going to be their first time ever seeing battle rap, and especially ever seeing females do it. So I need everyone's socks to be blown off. When I went, what gave me the final, you know what, Ram, just do it, is when I went to the Drake card, and I had my publicist with me, and I had one of my really close friends with me. Neither one of them had ever been to a battle. Neither one of them had ever saw it, and they were like in it like, yo, how he know that about him? They know each other. I'm just like, yo, just shut up. So then when Jazz and Gaddis came, they like, oh, girls too? Now I'm looking at them sideways, because like, do y'all even know me? Like, what do you mean girls too? Like, what? I was so confused. I'm like, yeah, girls do it too, like, whatever. So, and the explosiveness that came with that particular battle, I was like, this is what the world needs to see. And a lot of people like, and I think sometimes people get it confused when I'm like, when I say things like that, I'm not saying that Queen of the Ring or URL or none of these other people or none of these other platforms gave the world what they need, because y'all got some classics in them
millions
files.
Of views. Shout out to
those files.
Both platforms.
But what I know is the world is a little different now. Things are constantly changing every day. People only pay attention to what happened in the last 48 hours. So that's why I don't even get too mad shit when stuff happens on the internet. I be like, 2 more days, they'll forget about it. But I think what I'm trying to do with this, I'm trying to bring the key elements that we need. And when I say we, I mean all of us. Because if Chrome 23 does good, everybody who's affiliated with female rap is going to benefit. I tried to explain this to somebody the other day, and I said, listen, I have my event. It's February 27th. 2 weeks later, somebody who's on my card, 40's on my card, is headlining on Queen of the Ring card. So if Chrome looks crazy, anybody that's tuning in to the Hot 97 Live, that's tuning into my IG Live, that's tuning in on all the different platforms that we have them, they're going to want to go like, oh, that girl that was on, she on there too. Let me go see what's going on over there. Let me check it out. And this is a way that we can help each other. It's not always about, oh, this one against that one. I hit Babs constantly, and I always like stay in touch with you, but I want people to understand, because the fans will lead you astray. They will have you down a road ready to pull up, kill somebody, and it don't even be like that. And I told her, like, yo, I don't ever want to fight. I'm not here to take nothing from nobody. I'm not here to try to step on nobody. We are here, and we can all coexist. Anything you need me to do. Finally, by the way, Devo just sent me the trailer at whatever time in the morning. I've been asking for it for days since I first seen it. I was on the plane. I said, listen, give it to me. I had another. This is the third time asking. Don't make me ask again. I will pull up on you. Don't do that.
No, Devo definitely is good for that.
He must have seen that I was doing this and was like, oh, I was like, I'm about to ask Babs or Vague for it. I'm sure I wouldn't be waiting this long. But we all can help each other. You know what I'm saying? There's enough money for everybody. There's enough lanes. There's enough odds. And it's not about us. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like everybody has an affinity. Once you start talking to these girls, once you have a relationship with them, you get to know, like, especially if you're a woman and you're a rapper and you're this, and you're going to see some of you in them. That's why I was so adamant about things like hair and makeup and wardrobe, because I know how that is. When somebody call you and you like, Dag, you in some random city, you don't know who the hell, what your face gonna look like when it's done. You don't know what your head gonna look like. You don't know, like, you need an outfit, like, money tight. You don't know. It's so many different things that be going on in people's real life outside of rap. So I try to take all of those things into consideration, and that's what the whole name Chrome 23 is short for chromosome 23. I thought about it a long hard. Like, I need a name. I wanted to mean something. Chromosome 23 is the one that determines what your sex is, whether you're a male or you're female. When you're a female, I don't care what your profession is. You're always going to be classified by your gender first. Female rapper, female cop, female lawyer, female judge. Like, you can be there. I ain't even gonna lie. If I call an Uber and it's a girl, I'd be like, female Uber driver.
I do the same shit. I be like, yo, what's up? Like
you think you're getting lined up?
So, nah, I just be looking like she gonna drive slow, she gonna drive stupid. Like, you know, there's the things that come with it, and I do it. So I know
when I see female Uber driver, I think differently.
You know what? Because you dirty and you need to be clean.
I be like, hey.
Wait a minute, hold on, because I know I'm gonna forget this shit. Because you said you would think of a female Uber driver gonna drive slow. I'm in ATL. I had a female Uber driver. Some nigga cut her off. She cut him off. He pulls up beside her. She pulls the hammer out.
Yo,
I can't make this up on my son. I'm in the back seat. Like, what the fuck is happening here? Yo.
Now what?
He pulls the hammers out, point the shit at homie. She like, what's up? And he like, really? She was like, what's up? He said,
send me her information. I want her to be my personal driver when I go there.
She need to be your security, you heard?
That's how I felt.
I want that as my personal driver.
Yo, I can't make this shit up. So every female driver ain't that way, Rem. You might bump into one of them.
No, I can drive
ones.
though.
Like, yeah.
I can drive really well. Like any instance, I can drive really well. It's just whenever I'm in traffic or I'm in anything and somebody do something stupid, it's four things. They either in a Honda, they're in a Honda,
a Nissan,
they're in or Camry. You know they get crazy. Yep. A minivan, because people in minivans they don't care about nothing. An elderly person or a woman. One time, it was an old lady in a Honda minivan. I was like, I don't got a chance. I'm done. It's over for me. I might as well just pull over until she get off the road to get wherever she going. So but I was saying, well, real quick, I just want to finish my sentence. Like when your gender and your sex is constantly put before your profession, we have to work extra hard. We have to fight for certain things, and I always find that I be fighting with people that are like me and that look like me and in the same position as me more than the people that got it easy. Like if I have to deal with a dude, it be like smooth sailing, nothing. Whenever I have to cooperate or coexist, it always seems like it's a issue. And I want to get to a place where it doesn't have to be like that. Like where I could call Babs or I could call Luck and be like, yo, whatever, and what's the issue? Or do we have an issue? Or how do we fix this? Or if I offended you, I apologize. Because it's just time is short. And the older I get, the more I'm starting to realize how short time really is and how insignificant the shit that really used to get me tight and have me mad is really not even important.
Speaking of significant, I wanted to ask you about your significant other, because everybody talking about the Sierra prayer, but we want to know about the Remy prayer, because we don't know if Russell gonna hold Sierra down if she goes down, you heard? But we know that Papoose held you down for 7 summers, wasn't it? So we want to know, what is the Papoose prayer? How do we find our divine connection with our black man? And do you feel like black love gets enough attention?
I don't think there's a prayer for it.
Is that a prayer?
No, there's no prayer. Like that's how much things I prayed for that I'm like, hello, God. I sent the message again. You ain't see it. The Mega Millions is
it's still out there.
Now.
It's still out there.
But I think that we have to pretty much just take care of ourselves. A lot of times we have these lists of things that we want in a guy. Like I used to be like, he gotta be like 6'5". I want his complexion to be like not light skin but not dark skin, like in the middle. He gotta have nice teeth, no kids. I don't want to deal with no baby mother. He has to be funny. Like I just crazy. Like my list was crazy. My husband's 6 feet, maybe 6'1", with Nike ACGs on. He had 3 kids when I met him, 2 BMs. He had a chipped tooth. Like nothing that was on my list.
Shout out Papoose, man. You know what I mean? Shout out my guy. With 6'1" with the ACGs on, you know, you definitely held it down, like, you know, and that's love. You know what I'm saying?
I say all that to say he's perfect for me. Sometimes we may miss, and we were friends first. A lot of times women see a guy and be like, oh, he cute, he this, he that, and you go sleep with him. You don't even know him yet. You don't nothing. You just that's all you like, and you go with it. Like we were friends for months, so we got to know each other on a different level. So when we got to the relationship part, there was already love for me that he had as his friend, as somebody that he actually cared about outside of a relationship. So like where he would probably where some guys may do something to you like, oh yeah, it's a chick that I'm sleeping with, I'm messing with, but as your friend, I'm not gonna disrespect you like that. I'm not gonna violate you like that. And over time, it just turned into what it is right now. So I say to you, whatever list you have, throw it out the window.
Okay.
No, I got a list. I got a list. I wrote it back in 2019.
You found
somebody. You are horrible.
You found somebody.
No. Wait, no. I got it. Listen, I got a list. It's from 2019. My baby's fit like 93% of it. We went over it the other night. You know what I'm saying? And okay. I'm glad she's not here to chime in. But a shout out to her. Now, what is it like dating another rapper? I've never dated another rapper, and especially when it's two rappers who are like come from battle rap. But tell me, that's how I met Papoose. I met Papoose years ago when he was running with Jinx to Juvie, Free Jinx to Juvie. And I'm talking about Pap outside High 97. I'm talking about Pap all through the Def Jam buildings. Like, I knew Pap before you did. That's my nigga. So
that's crazy.
I knew everybody. But how is it like dating
if you wasn't
rapper?
On the other side of the fence, you could have been Black Love. Look at you.
No, I ain't with that. No, I've been into women's. That was for you. We probably
over there,
it wouldn't work. I like
she hangs out with Clive Davis. Excuse you.
I like all my black lovely women, so I don't even worry about it. But how is it dating another rapper? Like, do you have battles in the crib, or do you go over bars with each other? Like, how is that?
No, we actually do not ever talk
not
about
even freestyles, music. Like fun freestyles.
As a rule, because we are light years apart in our thoughts on everything that has to do with music. He tells me I'm a clout chaser. I go with whatever people like. I'm an industry rapper. When he asked me my top 5, I told him what it was at the time. He told me Pum's turning over in his grave. Like he's like a rapper. Like his top 5. First of all, he puts himself in his top 5. Let's just start with that. He puts himself in his top 5. And then if you wasn't like out before 1990, you don't even qualify to make it to his top 5. It's crazy with this guy. Like, we don't talk about nothing. And then you do let him hear something. You think you done wrote the most prolific shit you ever wrote in your life. You let him hear it, and he starts super analyzing it. Like, you like, yeah, but I would have said, like, okay, scientist, I ain't think of all that, all right? And like, now, matter of fact, forget it. Like, so we don't talk about music, but it is dope to be in a space with another creative, because you get to bounce off ideas. Like, I literally sat in the house last year and watched him put out an album every month, a full album every month. And I'm like, wow, I would love to do something like that. Like, I could barely get out one every decade. Like, he's doing one every month. So
speaking of that, cool. Rem, what's up with the music? Because I know it's a lot of fans that have been waiting to hear the Remy album. What's going on with the Remy Ma album?
They're definitely after my life.
You on your Rihanna?
You ain't Rihanna shit. The hell?
I've been threatened the time of 10. I'm gonna tell you what happens. Like, if they knew how long I've been sitting on this project and how crazy it was, they would probably kill me. Like, I was literally just last night playing some music, and they like, why don't you put this out? And you know what my thing is? And this is, I'm very passionate about my music. Like I said, like, I'm passionate about my shit. Like, I put a lot into it. I overthink every line. I go back and tighten things up, and I want to make sure I'm on beat, because I don't want luck to come for me. I gotta rehearse it to make sure that I'm on beat.
They told me I had to behave today, Rem. I think I'm behaving myself.
Come on.
You know.
Come on now. All the damn time. Luck say I don't be on beat. Okay, she said I don't be on beat, so I be worried about that. I be thinking, I be really sitting there like, I don't be on beat for real.
I got Jesus, like, Remy. Don't listen to what I was saying. Beat? I'm bipolar. Don't listen to that. Tell us about the damn album, girl.
So I have the music, but I'm doing so much other shit. I want to put it out at a time where I feel like it can be undeniable, because I've seen it happen to so many artists that they put out great projects, but people are they're so ready to hate on it that they don't even pay attention to it. Like, if you're in a good space, you have other people, like, you're doing so good at everything else, anything you put out, they'll be like, oh my God. the Beyonce high-heeled flip-flop, one pinky toe out Crocs. They're amazing. Like, but that's
but Rim, I would say now is a dope time for you to put out a project. I would say, like, with everything that you have going on, you know, I read all of the gossip sites and the low gossip sites, and they was like, you about to take over the goddamn morning show. Now they said it, you know, not. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, with all of this attention on you and all that, I definitely think now is a good time for Remy Ma project. But outside of that, like, I see that you have like an entertainment family. You guys have reality. You know, you guys do music. You doing the talk shows. You got the battle thing. How would you feel if the golden child wanted to get into the entertainment field as well? Because I know some parents, they be like, no, you're going to go be a doctor.
I would hate it. I'm not going to lie. I would hate it. Because you know what it is? Like, if she wanted to do something like, I don't know, maybe something like, so I feel like behind the scene work is more solidified. It's more guaranteed.
Right.
You know, if you look at anybody in this music that does in this business that does anything behind the scenes, the producers, the makeup artists, the hairstylists, the and anything that's behind, the cameramen, the videographers, they be having their jobs for 10, 20, 30 years. You know who's interchangeable and gets thrown out all the time?
The artists.
The artists. They just, you could go and talk to any makeup artist that's popping. She's like, yeah, I did Kim, and I did Mary, and I did Missy, and I did
Diana Ross,
and I did Remy, and I'm doing Cardi, and I did Patti LaBelle. You be like, that's how they stay in with their craft. Whereas as an artist, you know how many people I know that are amazingly talented. Like, I couldn't even match the talent in their one little pinky finger, and they don't have anything to show for it, nothing.
Right.
And then there's some people that I feel are just a waste of space and air, and they rich as hell. And I will never understand that. Like, I hate the politics of that. So it would pain me to see my kid to go through that. It would literally pain me to watch them go through the politics. And I think that's what kind of made me lose some of the love that I had for music, because it was all about all of us. We just wanted to be the nicest. We just wanted to be the dope. We just wanted to get, that girl, she could rap. She could rap her ass off. When you started realizing that it don't matter how good you can rap, that is a whole bunch of other things that play into it, that supersede the talent. It takes away the joy from it. It takes away the love that you have for it, the passion. So you be like, you know what? Like, I'm a chill for right now. Like, cause I am content, and can't nobody tell me that I can't rap. Nobody on this planet can't tell me that. But people will make you feel like you doing something wrong because you're not living up to what their expectations of what success is. I've exceeded the list that I made when I was in that little ass box, thinking that my life might possibly be over. The list that I made of the things I wanted to achieve when I came home, I've surpassed that list 10 times over, and I'm okay with that. So if somebody who's sitting in they little wherever they are with they phone and tweeting or texting or commenting something that's just to be malicious and evil, that's never gonna affect me. Like, it's never, because I don't care what they say. I know that what I've done and what I've accomplished, and I've reached my goals. I mean, I have reached the goals they feel I should reach, but I've reached my goals, and I'm happy with that.
And you know what?
Something that you shifted into is now media. So you've been doing a lot with Wendy's show.
Can I say something right quick?
The State of the Culture.
I just want to say something right quick. And outside of that, Rim, like, there's a lot of female rappers from me, you, and Babs era who nobody talks about anymore. So if you just, besides our goals, and we get into it, we used to being, famous or celebrities or whatever like that. But if you just remember the little girl who wanted to rap and wanted to get put on, and the little girl who wanted to, just get the shine, I feel like to be relevant today, no matter where you are on the totem pole, is a blessing within itself. And just to be mentioned, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of female rappers like me. I don't take it for granted that every couple years, somebody, because it's like female rappers who put albums out and they achieve more success than maybe we did, had a platinum album. Nobody talks about it.
Where are they now?
You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, in any capacity, that in itself is a blessing to still be on. Even if you don't have an album out, you don't have a single out, you can still get a bag. You can still go do this and still do that. Yeah, and I think that right in itself is a blessing.
Amen.
You know what, Luck? Because you're a different type of beast. And
you
and
too,
that's
nigga.
one
You look
thing.
what you came home
That's
from jail and went crazy. Look
thank
at you.
you. But I respect that. I respect that. If nothing else, you don't take no for an answer. You don't give oh, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna do this. Oh, that's not happening. I'm gonna try something else out. Like some people, they just give up. They just give up and they let the world tell them that what their worth is. You can't let somebody else tell you what you're worth. If you do, you're gonna be. And there were people that, like you said, that were way past us, had achieved so much more at that moment, and right now, no one even remembers them because they let the world tell them that they weren't worth anything anymore. Like, oh, your time is up, it's over for you. You can't do nothing, and that's just not true. And the crazy thing, it only happens in our genre of music, in country and R&B, like Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, Springsteen, Elton
They live
John. They
forever.
be like 98, selling out big arenas. We're the only ones that try to take our legends and throw them away. Try to take our people that have achieved these great, things that we had never seen done before, and be like, oh, well, that was then. It doesn't matter anymore. That's not true.
Yeah, it
Right.
doesn't matter. You're too old. You know what I mean?
You know what's the
Like,
worst
so
thing
it
that I
doesn't
see?
matter.
The worst thing that I see is on Instagram. One is the memes where they say one of them have to go, and they have a bunch of our greats. You know what I mean? That's there. Or one of the sayings that I hate the most is the next. So they'll put out the weekend and say he's the next Michael Jackson, or they'll put out an artist name like she's the next Beyonce, instead of letting that person live and be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's definitely something that we gotta fix. And then Miss Lissa, I'm sorry, I just wanted to.
No, it's fine. I'm
I
here
wanted
for
to
the
get my nigga,
conversation. What do
because
you
this is the
mean?
first time I seen it.
I'm here for the conversation, but we not. It's talk across the board.
It
But what
ain't
I did want to
face to
just touch
face, but
on.
this is the first time I seen my nigga. Like, I ain't seen Rim. Like, I put the
She
freestyle
had
out
to
before
unblock you, baby. Now you can
Rim,
see her.
Okay,
Now,
Rim, you started. There was a freestyle you had did when you was down in DC. Shout out to my man, he passed away. He was on the show, right? And you did a freestyle. You said Lady Luck, right? So I was like this. I was like, I'm coming. They tagged me. I said, I'm coming, and I wrote mad rhymes, but I wasn't in that space no more. So then that's when I did the freestyle shouting out all the female rappers. And I'm so thankful that I did that, because then my nigga Rem hit me in the inbox, yo, Luck, what's up? And we followed each other from there. You know what I'm saying? So it was like it was like when you shift the energy and you change the energy. And I just appreciate the growth that I've seen with you and the love that you sharing amongst everybody. Like I said, this press run you on, big or small, you on everybody's platform. So, shout out to Remy. That's the first time I seen my nigga. I ain't seen him face to face, but I'm seeing my nigga. So
Well,
I
I'm
want to
gonna see
give you
you
a
next
hug
weekend because you're
virtually.
gonna be in the building at Chrome
I'm gonna be in the
correct?
building with all my girdles on, because I've been going
Thank
crazy during this COVID shit.
Thank you.
All my girdles. I ain't gonna be able to breathe,
What I
Rim. I'm
wanted
just
to
gonna
be.
get
Nah, it wouldn't be what I wanted to be if you weren't there. Like this whole
Don't make
battle
me
rap
cry.
journey, this whole rap journey that I'm on, it started with you, regardless of what the outcome was, what the people say. I still have people that come like, "Look, killed you. They cheated on her." Like
Shout out to them. No, Rim. No, every day. No, every day for the last, and it's 20 years next year, Rim. That's crazy, because we battled when we were 8 years old. Next, on every day on Twitter, somebody's talking about that battle. That's how you know it's legendary. Because at first, I was whatever, but it's the gift and the curse, because it's like for the rest of our lives, this thing will be bought up. You know what I mean? So regardless of what the people, I feel like we won. Like how it's versus. You know what I mean? When they have nobody really won versus, but that's how I feel with us, because it's a win for hip hop. And nobody talk about them EPMD records no more like that. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out Fight Club, River Rock.
So silly. She's so silly. You were saying something about the media space that I'm in. So I heard your question, but what I wanted to say about that's something that I've always wanted to do. Like I never, ever in a million years, if you would have asked me when I was 16, 17, I never thought I would be a rapper. Like I knew I could rap, I would do it. It was something that I did for fun. It was like a hobby. Like I didn't know anybody that was famous. It was the furthest thing from my mind. Like, you're gonna be a famous rapper one day. Like, no. But I always wanted to be a talk show host. Like that's something that I wanted to do. And then like one of my favorite people in the whole world is Latifah. Like I love her to death. Like she like to me, she was like somebody who looked like me. She wasn't, you know, super light skinned. She didn't have like this wavy hair. She wasn't a size 2. She wasn't proper. Like she was so close to what I saw in myself. And she was a cover girl, and she had a talk show.
You went out for a second. Can y'all hear her?
Yeah, she's come back.
Yeah, I got a call.
I ain't got no cigars. How I run out of?
Yeah, I love Queen Latifah too.
Can't hear you, Rem.
She's coming back. But ladies and gentlemen, while we wait for Rem's audio, thank you for buying all of the badges. I see everybody running it up. There she back.
Am I back?
And speaking of buying, you could buy everything I'm wearing by going to my website.
Right, she's back. She's back.
I have a 3-year-old. She has her own iPad, and she knows how to FaceTime people. And she's relentless. She just called me 4 times FaceTime back to back. Like, all she said to me was voicemail. I'm calling again. Like she don't care.
I love her.
She's
love
one
baby
of those.
reminisce.
She don't take no for an instance. But I just always looked up to La, and I wanted to be.
There she go.
That baby calling.
No, my nephews do that. I don't even know how they know your name. I guess it's the picture or whatever it is. I know what it is because my nephews would do that too. And then you pick up and you go, hi. Like, is it important? Is it an emergency? Now they just want to say hi.
She got an answer for her because she's not going to stop calling.
In the meantime, don't forget, we are back on 8 p.m. Rock the Bells, and we have Remy is back. Welcome back.
Bro,
I don't think.
Do not put your number in your kid's phone, bro. So, yeah, I'm back. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
Latifah. You were talking about media, how you love Latifah.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say to the culture. That was like one of my most favorite jobs. It's like one of my most favorite jobs that I've done in recent years. You just get to talk about the news and different stuff, and you get to hear different perspectives. Like, you think you'll know something about a specific topic, like everybody has to feel like this, and just the different viewpoints from Joe Budden's crazy psychotic self, and Ebony, who when she first came onto the show, I was like, I am not gonna like her. I love her so much. Like, because she was like this college graduate, and she's a lawyer. Yeah, like, my AKA, and I'm just like, I don't like this bitch. I don't know her, but I don't think I like her. When I tell you I love her, like, she's so, like, just the way her mind works and the way she thinks, like, and that's something that I learned too over the years with growth. Like, when you meet different people, like, we tend to feel like a person has to be a certain way for them to be cool with us, because that's all we know. Growing up in her, everybody's like very rah, especially from New York. Like, you're used to it. So when you see somebody that's different, you're like, that ain't my cup of tea. But when you get to know them and you get to see how they mind work and how they think, and you experience different personalities and people from different walks of life, you be like, I like this. I like not having to worry about, like, if she's gonna go on my bag when I go over there. Like, this is okay.
Right.
Rem, you did some acting too. You just recently had a project that came out on BT. And so are you still interested in acting? And Babs is writing scripts. She already had Snoop Dogg signed up for it. She done had everybody come on the show. She's like, yo, I gotta move it. Are you acting too?
Absolutely. That was my first starring role. It's the Big 50, the Delronda Hood story. Is based on Delronda Hood. She was a big time everything out of Detroit. She did drugs, she did money laundering. She's I met her. She's still alive, she's still well, she's still fly hell. Every time I see her, she got some crazy bag, fur, whatever, like, love her. And to actually play somebody that's there, she was on set like almost every day. It was at first it was a little nerve-wracking, because I'm like, I'm playing her, like, what if she hates me? But it was one scene that I was doing, and I was like, talking to the boy that played my son, and I was telling him how, you know, I had to leave. I had to go get money. Like, I'm sorry that I'm not going to be able to see a game. And he's like crying and he wanted me to stay, but I was like running to the streets. And I look over to the side and she's like watching from the director's chair and she's crying. And I'm like, is she crying because she hates me? Or is she crying because... I'm not really sure.
You're doing a great job.
When I went over there,
that baby calling her mother. Calling her mother.
I see y'all running them badges up.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and type in Bacon, Egg, and the letter N, Cheese Show, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our exclusive content. And don't forget, we're back at 8 p.m. with the Rock the Bells family. Welcome back, Remy. That baby calling you, okay?
Nah, that one, I don't know what happened. I might just be my service. I'm not really sure. Do you guys hear me clear now?
Yeah.
So also,
I did have one question about your media, because now that, like you said, when you had your media dreams, you was not in the industry yet. So now that you're here, how do you feel discussing topics about your peers? Like, does it put you in an uncomfortable situation? Because Wendy Williams and Charlamagne always say that they stay away from the celebrities. They're not their peers, but these are your peers. So how do you feel about that? Does it put you in a stiff position?
I don't really feel any type of way. Like, people pretty much know me for, like, you know, speaking my mind and how I feel. Like, if you're upset with me because I'm being honest, or I'm giving at least my version of my truth, then, you know, you're probably really not my friend. Like, I definitely, if there's a topic, like, say for instance, recently we had to interview someone, and it was on a list, and they said that the person didn't mind talking about it, but I felt like it was very personal, and I'm like, nah, we taking that out, like, because I wouldn't want somebody to ask me, even if I said I'm okay with it, but if we could talk about other things, I don't want to talk about anything that's going to be hurtful to you, or something that might, you know, make you feel uncomfortable, because that's not what I want to do. Like, I get a kick out of making people feel good. I don't like, you have some people that's their thing. They like making people feel uncomfortable in a compromising, you know, position. That I don't do that. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool, because being an artist, you've been interviewed 1,001 times. So you know the annoying questions, you know the things that are, like, you know what I'm saying? So when we're sitting with production, because a lot of times, especially like with Wendy, we'll sit for an hour before we go on air, and we'll go over the topics, and we'll go over certain questions, and I'd be like, let's not ask that question. And they're like, why? I'm like, well, because if someone asks me that, this is how I would feel. Like, you have a better gauge of the trajectory of where the question should go, in my opinion. But, you know, some people, they live for that. That's not my thing. But wait, I want to touch on one thing, real quick, because we were talking about my acting. I also just did Queens on ABC, which was huge to me.
Yes, I was just watching that.
I was so excited about that, because I originally just started as a writer, like behind the scenes, like some of the things that I try to tell the girls that it could be a job for them. Like, it'd be way easier. Like, I was struggling sometimes. I'd be like, oh shit, I forgot I had to have this song for them by tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing so many other things. But I started out as that, and I was loving the show. Just it takes you on so many different journeys that women in this industry go through, and then to actually go from that to be offered a role where I wasn't playing myself, because every other celebrity that's been on the show, they've been themselves. They play as themselves. I'm the only one that had like a character besides, you know, the main characters, the Eve and Brandy and the story of them. But it was just so dope to be on set. Like, I don't know about y'all, I feel like we're all kind of in the same age group. We grew up watching and listening to Brandy.
I love Brandy.
No, I love Brandy. Like,
no, I used to have I wanted to be down. You heard? I remember I was like 7 years old, and I was in love with Brandy.
Do you hear my voice? Like, Brandy songs, I can almost sing when I sing Brandy songs, because she got, you know, she got the deep baritone.
Before my era. Before my era.
I was 7.
So,
love.
So, luck full of shit. But so we grew up, like, I grew up listening to Brandy. So to actually be able to be on set with her and just Like she's my friend. Like she's my friend now.
Moesha is your friend.
No, but you would be Rocka because you seeing Brandy rap. Like she's in rare form.
Brand new.
Yeah, she's in rare form.
Well, they say you in Queen of the South. Did I miss that episode? I thought I binged on it.
I did Queen of the South. I was
did I see that?
I did Queen of the South. I think it was season 3, maybe. And me and Light, another one of my big sisters who I love so much. Light was in the episode with me on Queen of the South. That was like I've been doing a lot of acting. I got two more projects that I did last year that should be coming out soon. And like Babs, I've been writing because I feel like we don't have that. Like y'all don't remember when it was like Set It Off, Menace Society, Boys in the Hood, Love Jones. It was like all these different, Why Did I Get Married? And it was just all these different movies that we had. Now I be feeling like, where's all the Us movies? Like it don't necessarily have to be about the struggle and the pain because we up now. Like Black people, we doing pretty good for ourselves. Where are the movies that are depicting this? And if they can't write them, we gotta write them. We gotta make them. And who else better than some Black queens?
And what's dope about that was at all the platforms. Go ahead, B.
And speaking of writing, since I do have these movies that I'm writing, but you are actually written into one of my scripts, but you are yourself. You know
wow! I mean? Look at that! Look at that! Wow! Good for you, Remy. Yo, I talk to this bitch every day. Yo, we had Saya on the show. No, fuck that. We had Saya on the show. She was like, I got a role for a light-skinned lesbian rapper. I said, oh, you do. Oh.
First of all, you did the reading for the movie that I'm talking about.
I didn't do good.
You did great.
Clearly not, girl.
You did great.
No, you didn't. Now go cash this reality check.
It's ironic we talking about it because I would have sent you the script anyway because you are written in the movie. You are yourself in the movie. And it's just a quick,
bullshit.
Remy Ma in the building. Like, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What about your friends? Stand ground. Nigga got 5 movies.
Before we go, can we play a quick game with our guest Remy Ma here on Bacon, Egg, and Cheese? We chop up hot topics, dish to dirt, but we love to play games. This game is called Mumble Rap, so it's a team game. So normally it's Babs and I against Lady Luck and the guest. Do we want to keep this formatting, or do you want to pick a different partner?
Oh yeah, keep this format. She's not my partner.
What's the format? Normally it's Luck and Babs against me.
No, normally it's Luck and the guest. So you and then me and Babs.
Luck, we finally get to be on the same team.
Yay! I was hoping you would say that. I was hoping you would say that. In the spirit of team building and female empowerment.
Yo, me and Rim was texting before the show. I said, Rim, I'm going to behave, all right? She's like, Luck. I said, Rim, it's no more fighting, okay?
No more.
Now go ahead. We're on the same team. Y'all going to stop.
So, so this game is you take turns. You cannot say any audible words. It doesn't have to be a rap song, but you have to mumble the lyrics. You can mumble, hum, babble, murmur, whatever, but you can't say any audible words. If you say audible words or if your partner doesn't get it right, it goes to the other team, and we have the opportunity to steal the point. The first team to get to 3 points wins. We'll do a quick sample for you, so I'll do one.
That's Nelly.
I got it. I see Fat Joe in here. Shout out to my brother. He would be perfect at that. He never knows the words to any songs. He's the biggest in the game. He would be amazing with this.
Yo, shout out to Joey Crack.
So we've never seen you queens. We know you ladies are lyrical beasts, but we've never seen the three of you mumble together on a track. So this is a Bacon, Egg, and Cheese exclusive. So should we go first, or should we allow our guest to go first? Because she said she got it.
We go first.
Fat Joe is a mumble rap expert.
So she talk so much shit.
Thanks, friend.
And Fat Joe said mumble all the time.
Fucking friend. You ready, Rick?
I wanna be them.
You want to sing the Brandy record.
Come on, nigga, stop hating and take your fucking turn. Like, what's
you got the point. Thank you.
Just take your turn. Damn.
Okay. All right.
I can love you better.
I did that last week. I'm gonna let y'all.
It don't matter who you love and who you want to be hugging. Don't come at my partner. Right. She did not do that last week.
All right, now that's cool. Watch this.
It's all right. It's all right. No. I'll do one. We'll do that. Let me think.
I can take the point. You don't know it, Babs?
First of all, I heard a word.
Wait. But she still
what word you heard?
Remy wants Babs. You got it? You got it, Babs?
Call Thomas.
She heard a word.
I heard away. I heard away.
Yeah, Rem, they cheat. Rem, watch it. Listen.
Y'all doing good. It's her turn to mumble for you. It's her turn to mumble for you.
I gotta go. Wait. They hate it. Wait, let me get one for you.
No, that's how it go.
Let me see.
Hey.
Oh.
All the way up. That's right. We all the way up. And y'all ain't even get it. Y'all ain't even know. That's right. 2 points for us, nigga.
Babs is so confused.
I knew it when you said that. It was the but for me.
It was I almost didn't get it.
I thought she was about to do a reggae song. I'm like,
no, what? This is harder than you think. I don't know no songs right now.
Don't worry, I got us. We need one more.
It's our turn. Ready?
Go ahead.
No one knows.
No one knows?
No, you can't. No. I rip for the win. For the win.
Ryan.
You ready for the win?
You giving this your heart and soul, you heard? You know it, Remy?
I need an arm and a leg too because I'm not catching it.
I got it. It's hold on to your love. So now we got a point. We back on the board.
That's before you
we back on the board. We back on the board. We back on the board, you heard?
Unbelievable. In vogue.
I thought you had it. I thought you had it.
In vogue? I don't know in vogue.
It's okay. I do. And now Babs and I have the opportunity to steal the game. Babs, I'm ready. I'm focused. Go ahead.
Nobody knows this song is doing, Babs. Nobody knows it. Is there a time limit?
Don't try to add rules now. Go ahead.
I feel like it should be
next week. No, it normally is. It's like at least like
come on,
15
come on.
We're at like 9.
Hold on. Start over because they interrupted. Y'all talking over the board. I can't hear my partner. Callers, ballers.
No, y'all can't do that. You do that every week. Y'all do that every week.
Okay. I got this.
Y'all niggas did that 7 times already.
That's not me. Okay.
That's only those bad boys.
Okay. I got it.
Good one.
I
can't help it.
We won. It's all right, man. We won.
We tried to get out of the game.
We won anyway.
It's been a pleasure having you on the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese show. Shout out to you and Chrome 23 and all that you're doing. Shout out to Queen of the Ring. Everyone, make sure that you are also following the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese show on Instagram. Don't forget to check out all that Lucky has and Lucky Enterprises, Lucky Crowns, Lucky Sounds, Lucky CBDs. And don't forget about me, Miss Lissa. You can go to my website, Miss Lissa Knows, and get these glasses, this hat, and so much more. Enter the code Remy, and you'll save a pretty penny.
Yo, Rem, tell them how to watch the battle. Tell them how to watch the battle on the 27th. Right before we go.
The battle is Sunday, February 27th. Is Queens Get the Money on a Chrome 23 card. If you did not get an invite, I'm sorry. I apologize. We wanted to keep it super a certain way for this first one. But for all the fans that are watching, for me, for the ladies, for just to support in general, you can go to hot97.com. They'll be streaming it live. You can also probably log into just onto my IG and watch it like you would a versus battle. Right. And also on Chrome 23 YouTube, we'll be putting it up there after. So it will be multiple ways that you can say. I'm still taking takers. Like, I want it to be so that people can access it very, very easily. But for right now, check on my IG, hot97.com and Chrome 23 YouTube.
I need a
Rem, is it gonna be food in the building, Rem?
Oh, I don't go places if there's no food. I don't play those games.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't play those games.
I need a luck plus 2 when I'm there. Luck plus 2 when I'm there.
Or if I'm hungry, I'm leaving. I don't play those games. So there will be somewhere to sit if you need to. You don't gotta wear your flip-flops, Babs. You don't gotta pack them up. Yes. Somewhere to sit if you need to. There will be food. Yes.
Yo, Rem, I'm there. I just need a luck plus 2. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Come on, my sister love battle rap. My little sister and my shorty. Like, come on, you bad bitches.
Sister wanna come.
Yo, Rem, I'm coming with. They look good, Rem. I'm bringing bad bitches. It's gonna look good in the building. All right. So shout out Remy Moore and thank you again for pulling up to the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, Rem. We love you. All right. And we'll see y'all tonight at 8 o'clock.
I will be at that Queen of the Ring event too, so make sure y'all have my little space in there. I just need a little space. I don't need a section. I just need a little space for me. Maybe more plus 2.
It better be food. It better be food there too. What the fuck? It better be food at both of it.
Oh, I'm bringing a bag just in case. We in the Bronx. I'm bringing my book bag.